Hey gang, and welcome to Behind the Vine with Brendan. This is our new channel that will be kind of going over everything in the store, whether it's just news, events, anything like that. I'm also going to use this as an outlet to do tastings as we move forward a little bit. Someday down the road, yes, I want to do in-store tastings. Right now, times are crazy, and just trying to keep everybody safe the best we can. So I kind of thought, hey, let's make a video for the wine club members. This will give you guys an opportunity to kind of interact with me, even though this is happening prior to you getting your wines. So here we're talking about the wines for December. I've already got the lockers all filled. So since we can't always do a one-on-one right now, I thought we could kind of walk through the wines here. You can just pop on the video whenever you want. You can get some tasting notes. You can get some food pairing ideas. So balcony members, let's go. First up, we're doing Northeast Italy this month. So if you think like Venice, closest big city, but we're really far up north here, Northeast Italy, where we kind of encompass a handful of appellations. The Veneto is kind of one of the bigger ones, Alto Adige, Friuli, right up against Slovenia. And so we've got three really fun wines. The white for this month is a mouthful, and I actually have to look at it because it's too much to say. So Abbazia di Novacella is the name that it kind of goes by. That's what the wine people know it as, Abbazia di Novacella. But it's because in Alto Adige they speak German first, English second, and Italian third. Of course, there's a German component to this name, which is Klooster Neustift Abbazia di Novacella. They kind of put it all together. When I had an import company, we had a winery that had a 12-name long name as well. But okay, let's get down to it. Grape here is Gruner Veltliner, a grape that you usually only see in Austria, but North Italy here you kind of find all kinds of Germanic influence, and you'll find some other grapes that you won't find in other areas of Italy. A nice, light, easygoing white. Up here in Alto Adige, you're going to have a lot more of a mineral-driven white. That makes the wines have a little bit more character to them. The fruit's there, the mineral's there, but they don't have that rich and lush quality that you might find in more southern appellations, just because it's so much cooler, and we're very mountainous here. So you're going to get apples, and you always get with Gruner this like white pepper kind of component. This is going to be a white that's going to hold up to meat a little bit more, so you don't have to think of this as a starter wine. I mean, yes, you could do it with a salad. Gruner is probably one of the best grapes for slightly bitter things, like asparagus. But this also goes with stinky cheese. You could do this at the end if you're a fan of stinky cheese. This would be great for Asian food, veal, pork, scallops. That's going to be kind of the best pairing for this white. Again, Abbazia di Novacella, Gruner Veltliner. All right, next up, a wine I truly adore. The winery here is Bertani, and this is Valpolicella Ripasso. So Valpolicella is the appellation. This is where it comes from in the Veneto. You've probably heard of Valpolicella, or you've potentially heard of Valpolicella, or you've heard of Amarone. It's technically Amarone della Valpolicella, another long name, because why not? This is what's called Ripasso. So Ripasso is kind of a unique style. When you make wines in Valpolicella, they oftentimes will semi-dry the grapes. So they'll put them up in the rafters of the barns or whatever, and they'll literally let them dry out a little bit. That leads to two components. If the grape is sugar and water, you let it dry, well, it's got less water, so technically it's got more sugar. It doesn't really have more sugar, but sugar to water ratio, now it's more. So oftentimes they'll make dessert wines out of these wines. That's called ricciotto. Amarone is when you age the juice on the old skins of the ricciotto. That's how you get Amarone. Amarones tend to be very high in alcohol, and sometimes they'll still have a touch of sweetness to them. The reason is, if you have more sugar to water ratio when you do your fermentation process, the higher sugar proportion is going to give you more alcohol. You can also reduce that when you're making the wine, and that's how you end up with dessert wines. They won't make them as sweet. They won't fully go through the alcoholic fermentation. Ripasso, these go on the fresh juice of Valpolicella, which you can find as an appellation all by itself. You can just find Valpolicella wines. Ripassos have now been reintroduced to that old skin and must and stuff that's there from making the other wines. So it's called ripasso, means repassed. So it's getting repassed through that leftover skins and stuff. There's now yeasts that are still alive in there that kind of reactivate and then kind of pump up your red wine. So this is going to be a little bit fuller bodied, a little bit more of a rich wine. Not quite to the Amarone scale, but Amarones are $50-$60 plus. But this is going to be a great one. It's kind of a wine that I haven't found too many people that don't like Ripasso. It's just something good to come across. I'm thinking, doing like a porcini mushroom risotto. You could do something stewed. Braised kind of meats would be an awesome thing with that. Harder cheeses as well is another good pairing. And then another mouthful of a name. Moving on to our last wine here. Ronche de Mori. That's the winery. Sorry. The grape is called Refosco, and this is always a tongue twister. Refosco dal Penduncolo Rosso is the name of the appellation. And you can see all these words. They just make it so easy on you. But this is from the Faluga estate. They're tremendous producers. This one's got some age to it too, which is nice. Kind of adds a little bit more character to the wine. But Refosco tends to be a little bit bigger, more powerful grape. But a very food-friendly wine. Again, this is a cooler climate, so big and full-bodied is kind of relative to where the wine's coming from. But definitely think of again, more rich, intense foods, game meats. Up here we actually, in my visits there, I found that they do a lot of German cuisine. Sausages and schnitzels and stuff like that. So there you go. There's a couple of ideas for you as well. Hope you guys love these wines for this month. Really happy to have some fun stuff. So again, Northeast Italy. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Let me know if you have any questions. You can always email me right to the store, or you can put them down in the comments below. I would love and appreciate for you guys to subscribe, like, join. That way you'll keep up on when we do new events, new tastings, stuff like that. We'll be putting them out there. But you can also watch our video on the Thanksgiving's over, but we do have another Christmas package that we're doing right now. So you can check out that video now too. Cheers.